I am just waiting for some other persons to join. I know that some persons have been very patient with us. Welcome back to our channel, Helping Hands with Caring Hearts. It has been a while that you've heard from us. You haven't seen a live video from us since sometime last year, but I must say welcome back to our channel. For those who are new to the channel, welcome. If you're yet to subscribe, we invite you to hit the subscribe button, like our videos, share our videos, and don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend about the Helping Hands with Caring Hearts charity. Also, if it is any way possible, we're inviting you to come on board to donate. So let me say thanks so much to all our donors, all our sponsors. We have some persons who are now members of the Helping Hands with Caring Hearts community. So let me say thank you so much to our newest donor. We have Kemisha over there in Maryland. Thank you so much for coming on board, Kemisha. We do appreciate you. And for all those persons who have subscribed, to the channel, who've helped out in any way. I mean, we must be thankful because all but two of our requests are still pending. So persons have been coming on board. Also, let me shout out DJ Scatter Hype over there in the Cayman Island, who has come on board in a big way, working with us towards the surgery for Aliyah. If you are unaware of Aliyah's story, we invite you to just review the videos on this channel. We have quite a number of videos that share different stories from different persons. So we're inviting you to come on. So first, if you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button, like the videos, share the videos, and don't forget to donate if it is any way possible. Also, you can find us on Instagram at HHWCH underscore JA. We're on TikTok at Helping Hands with CH. And we're on Facebook, Helping Hands with Caring Hearts, JA. So we're inviting you to come on board and just to be a part of what we're doing over here. I mean, it's all good deeds. It's really a situation where we try to be a vehicle where we transfer, resources from those persons who are able to give to other persons who are in need, who are seeking assistance. Also, our channel, we pride and transparency. So whatever it is that we're giving, you'd have been on to see we're taking a video to share with the persons who are donating. If you don't wish to be named on the channel, we ask for you to give us a code name so that as it relates to the accountability part of it, then we can put out there what it is that we get. I must say thank you so much to my hardworking team and to the newest members of our team, that's Justice Juliet Sr. and Justice Rhea Richards. Thank you guys so much for coming on board. We do appreciate your help and the fact that you have, agreed to volunteer. We do appreciate it because the reality is that our aim is to help persons as best as we possibly can. So today I have online with me Nicole. So Nicole has a story just like many of us, and it's one that would have required a listening ear and also for her to put out there what it is that she's asking you, our kind donors and viewers. I know that some persons might not be able to join now. Let me first apologize. We were scheduled for 1 p.m. today. However, due to circumstances beyond our control, we were unable to start the live at that time. So let me thank you guys so much for your patience and for still coming on, for those persons who are on and for those who will be viewing at a later time. Thank you so much for viewing. So again, if you're yet to subscribe to the Helping Hands with Caring Hearts YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button. Remember that it costs you nothing to subscribe. Also, we ask that you hit that post notification bell. Now, quite a few persons have been saying that they haven't been seeing anything from us for a while. I visited Christiana recently, and one of our subscriber was asking, I haven't been hearing from you guys. And I'm like, we're still posting. Sometimes it's not in the form of a video, it's in the form of a post, but you'll see that in the community section. So, right at the top there, where you see the videos, the live, all of that, if you continue to go across, you'll see community. And for all the posts that we've made, then you would have seen those. So, we've posted quite a few things. So, we ask that you go on and just to review, like, and share. Just to make mention, we have a cake sale coming up in August, and the proceeds for that cake sale will be used towards Alia's surgery. So you would have seen Alia's video before. Alia is hoping to walk again. However, the cost for her surgery is in excess of $2 million. Now we're trying to get an updated figure because that figure was maybe around over 2 years ago. So we're trying to get an updated figure. So once we get that figure, then we will communicate it to you. However, the cake sale, the proceeds from the cake sale is in aid of Alia's surgery. And that cake sale will be, a partnership or coordinated with a treat that will be hosted by DJ Scatter Hype in Cayman. So we want to say thank you so much for coming on board and for agreeing, DJ Scatter Hype, to make this cake sale a part of your function and for also rounding up a team up there to assist. And I've gotten the commitments. I've been hearing the voice notes with the commitments. So we're looking forward to the assistance. And as you know, it is definitely a worthy cause. Now, without further ado, we have Nicole with us online. This has taken a whole lot from Nicole to come on. She has wanted to do this for quite some time, but out of fear, she really didn't want to face the camera. We had an agreement in December to do this video. However, things did not work out as planned. She met with me at a central location, but it's at an event. So after the event ended, it was too late and we were unable to do the video. However, we have been in dialogue based on the distance that Nicole is away from me. The truth is that we were hoping to meet up and get it done, but then I saw the YouTube option to go live together. I've, I spoke to Nicole and she agreed that, she'll come on because she really needs some assistance. So she has to put all of that pride aside, all of that shyness. And, she's really looking for your support, your listening ear, just to hear her out as she share her story. So Nicole, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
It's really good to have you, and I'm thanking you so much for agreeing to come on board to share your story on this channel, Helping Hands with Caring Hearts. And we do hope that, someone will hear your story or some persons will hear and, come on board to assist as in the best way they possibly can. But Nicole, I'm gonna open the floor to you to give you the opportunity to just share with us what it is that you consider as a struggle. It's a struggle that you have been facing for a number of years and you've been fighting it and you have been surviving, I must say. You've been surviving, but it has been very
Mhm.
difficult. And even your current situation right now, too, it's very challenging, but you're trying to stay afloat. Share with
Mhm.
us, tell our viewers what it is that Nicole is experiencing. And as you go along, I'll ask you further questions. And if I get any notes or messages, I might read coming from our viewers and our listeners. but just
Right.
share with our viewers what it is that Nicole is experiencing, and we will continue the conversation.
Well, I lost both parents at a very tender age. I've been struggling from probably like 6 years old because my mom died at 5. I don't know my dad. I got to understand that he passed on at when I was 2 years old. I've been living here, there, and everywhere. I live with persons who I think can take care of me. And each time you spend like a month or 2 months, they started to take disadvantage of you. So basically, you have to move on from there because no child would want to sit in a home where you would get abused
Mhm.
mentally, physically, sexually, stuff like that. And that's what I've been going through from a tender age. Growing up, um it has been a struggle just the same. Going to school, not being able to focus on my studies and stuff like that because most of the times I have to go to school hungry or without lunch money, or you have to do what you have to do in order to get yourself to school, like ask a friend for money or stuff like that. But
Wow.
since I've been grown, having kids, having kids, it has been a struggle because their dad is not around to assist. And I don't have any family because, as I said, I don't have any aunt. I have brothers, but we don't grow together, so it's not like they really care about you that much to say, all right, then they're going to give a helping hand, to say they would assist you in any way possible. I'm not a lazy person, but the problem is I don't have someone to really like keep my kids for me. So it has been a struggle. You understand?
Wow.
So it's like you have to be reaching out to someone, or you find someone who you think would be able to say, all right.
Mhm. So we're having a bit of technical challenges right there. I don't know if it's a connection with Nicole's internet, but I ask that you bear with her. All right, Nicole. So we're just gonna allow her just a moment just to start hearing, to continue to hear her story. But it is so unfortunate because what she has shared, she had lost her mom since she was age 5. She has never met her dad. So we lost Nicole right there. So do hope that okay, welcome back, Nicole. Just a second.
Yeah, I'm sorry
So
about that.
we weren't hearing you for a while. So I was just recapping your story to say that you lost your mom while you were age 5. You
Yeah,
didn't visit your dad, and you've just been from home to home. And
yes.
all the abuses that can be listed, you would have experienced those
Experience
traumas,
them.
to include sexual abuse. And in the country where we live, and it's not just in Jamaica, it's really worldwide, where sexual abuse, it's very popular. And a lot of times it's popular among family members, and even among close friends of the family. Usually it's not from too far off, and these can be so damaging to the young females. But be careful to think that it's only females that are experiencing abuse. Males do also. And a lot of times, out of embarrassment, the males don't normally talk up, even though the females don't talk either, because
I didn't really
from back
have
in the
anybody
days,
to talk to either, so I had to keep
mhm,
it quiet. It's
you
not
had
like
to
I
keep
have
it
a
quiet.
mom, a aunt, or anybody that I can speak to. I remember one at a time, something like that happened to me because my grandmother had a man inside the house, and he was trying to do stuff, and I went to her and I said it to her, and instead of taking my side. She went and she took his side, and on top of that, I was abused to the point where it's like I don't even know myself.
Wow. And that was the point I was about to make, Nicole, because
I
we'll
mean,
call
a
it the
child,
old time parents or the old time grandparents, when they have somebody that they look up to in the community or in the family, you can never win against those persons. And a lot of times, those are the cruel and wicked abusers who really take disadvantage of the situation, knowing that it's a case where, you're going to be blamed. Because sometimes the parents and grandparents back in the days, when you tell them something like that, they tell you that you're bad. Sometimes they'll go as far as to tell you that a man you want to take, and that's why you blame Master Tom or you blame Mr. Harry. You understand?
that's
And
true.
because of
That's
that,
true.
a lot of times they never take the time to think about those situations. And I've heard so many stories, and this is why so many young ladies are abused and going through the trauma now mentally, because sometimes they can't be in healthy relationships based on what they've experienced. So, I mean, I feel your pain and I am so sorry that you had to go through that. And just to let you know that you did not deserve that. There is nothing that you did that caused you to have experienced that. And I am very happy that you're strong, which is the reason why you're still here, because this has triggered suicide for many females. This
I
has
have thought
triggered
about it several
promiscuity.
times, to be honest.
Mhm.
I've thought about it. I have thought about it several times, but I think that God have a different plan for me,
Mhm.
because I remember at one point in time where it got so bad that my grandmother had some pills. I don't know what they were for, and I sat and I, I got a bottle of water and I took all of them. The
Mhm.
only thing I remember is that I was like vomiting for hours on top of hours on top of hours.
Mhm.
And I could not say anything to anybody because, as I said, I didn't have anybody like that to open up to and
Mhm.
talk to say, all right, then I was going through this or I was going through that, or somebody was there to say, all right, then I understand what you're going through, so let me help you and take you out of the situation. There was nobody, no family member, nobody at all. I
Mhm.
remember after doing that, I said it to one of my classmates because I was in grade 9 at the time, I think. And I said it to her and she said to me that, Nicole, I have an auntie living in St. Catherine, and I spoke with her and she said to me that, yeah, she can carry her come, man. And I remember during the summer holiday, I pack a bag and I said to my grandmother that I'm going to spend holiday with my friend. And she agreed at the time. So on the day when I was supposed to leave, she she was running me down basically to take the bag from me because she didn't want me to go.
Mhm.
But I was skinny, so there is no way in hell where she could have catch me. So I run out on the road, and just as I went on the road, I saw a taxi, and I stopped the taxi and I went in it and tell the driver to drive. And from there on, I've never turned back my head to look there.
Mhm.
It's past on now.
Wow. So that was you basically running away
Running for
out of
my
an
life.
abusive situation because you were being sexually abused right there. So it's as though you're trying to get out of hell. So this was heaven for you, for someone to invite you to
It
come
was
for.
heaven for the first couple of months,
Mhm.
because after that, she got me into school. It was hard to get my birth certificate because I decided in my mind that I wasn't going back to my grandmother's house.
Mhm.
So it was a struggle for me to go back to school. Her aunt reached out to my eldest brother, and he was doing something, but it's like you're doing something for somebody, but you're not doing it with a willing heart.
Mhm.
So it reached to the point where he decided and saying that I don't want to say it too vulgar or too raw, but
Mm-hmm.
he said to her that I should go back to my grandmother to sell my body if I wanted to go back to school. That's my
Wow.
brother. Yeah.
Wow.
It went downhill from there because I don't have any help, and it was her alone. I remember I'm not related to her. So it reached to the point where I was in the house one day and I heard a dispute between her and her husband. And when I get to understand is that the husband was probably like having nightmares, daydream about me and him having stuff. I did not know. All I remember is that she had a knife in her hand to stab me up, saying that me and her husband were having intercourse and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had to leave from there. I went back to my godfather where I was there for a couple months, just the same back and forth, still in school, same way. Um, it reached to the point where he had food inside the house. He took them up. He gave away the gas pan, everything. Remember, I'm going to school. I'm not working. I don't have anybody to give me anything. And he did all of that. So I was left on my own to fend for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Leave from there. I went to my grandfather, which is my biological grandfather, my mom's dad. I went there and it is the very same thing that happened. He even went on to turn off the lights, as in there's no electricity inside the house. No food, no water, nothing.
Oh my gosh.
I met someone, and to be honest, I've never said this to anyone, but I have tried to bury these memories for so many years.
Mm-mm.
I eventually got pregnant and I had to get rid of it.
Wow.
Just for
That's
the
at
sake
what
of
age?
me,
At
just
what
because
age?
of the sake of me going back to school trying to say, all right, then I want to better myself.
How old were you at that time?
I was about 17.
Mm-hmm. And you tried to go back to school to better yourself, and the struggles just continued.
Continue.
Mm-hmm.
I met my son dad and I thought it was, as they say, it's not everything that glitter is gold. He was being the nicest person I could ever meet. And I fell pregnant again. I was left alone outside in the dark, inside outside and in the cold. I didn't have anything. I didn't have anywhere to go. I
Mm-hmm.
eventually reached out to my I'd call it smallest brother. He's older than me, but if you understand, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he said to me that I should come. And I was there with him and stuff like that. And things got bad where I had to leave just the same, come back where I was at my godfather's house. And I was sick to the point where I don't have any help. A friend of mine, she saw me at one day and she said to me that, Nicole, what happened to you? And I was explaining to her. And she said to me that I can come and stay with her. Being there, I was a bit comfortable because I was sick and stuff like that, and she was there for me and stuff like that. Eventually her mom came home from overseas, saw me inside the house, and said I should pack my bags
Wow. So
and go.
she didn't get permission for you to come there. She was just
Right,
trying to help out a situation.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to be boxing about here and there. It reached to the point where I reached out back to his father, finally got through to him, and he said it to his mom,
That's to your son's father.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And his mom said he should take me to the house. I was there until I have baby. They said it's not his child, so I have to wait until the baby was born. So after the baby was born, then they get the clearance to say, all right, then it is his child. Being there, going through emotional and mental abuse just the same. Because when you're a stranger at somebody's house, they tend to like throw everything down on you. Because
Mm-hmm.
remember, you're not working to contribute to certain things. So it's like you're Cinderella inside the house then.
Mm-hmm.
I did what I had to do just to survive. It reached to the point one day where my son's brother, had a female at the house, and she was saying some very nasty and rude things to me. And when I thought that his family would be on my side, they're backing her and saying the very same thing about me. So I got fed up one night, and I decided to pack my bags, take my son, and hit the road. So
Wow.
I've been back and forth. It ended up that I reunite with the same brother that I was living with before,
Mm-hmm.
and he said I should come back to the house. He was at a different location. Went there with my son. He was unable to go to school because I didn't have any money. I was unable to work. I was in a different community where I don't know anyone. I was unable to get a job.
Mm-hmm.
They went away and leave me inside the house with months on top of months of no light bill paid, months on top of months with no internet bill paid. So I was there one day, and when I heard a calling outside, it was a male out there with a helmet on his head. So I said, "Good afternoon, sir. How may I help you?" He said to me that he's from JPS. And I said, "How may I help you, sir?" He said to me that he's there to take the wire from off the house. So I was inside a big house with no light, no food, no money. My son not going to school, any at all. I try reaching out to his father, and the only thing I can get are curse words, nothing
Wow.
more. I ended up meeting my daughter's father, who took me out of the situation, and I thought it ended there. I got pregnant again, had my daughter. Eventually, things went downhill where his I don't know what transpires, but I guess all of his family members, they were on a different side and on a different page. I was there, arguments, stuff
So
like
you
that.
were
He
you
said
were
that he
living at this point. You were living at a family dwelling again.
right. I was living in a compound where majority of his families are there,
Okay.
where you
Okay.
have aunts, you have uncle, you have brother, sister-in-law, nieces, nephews, everybody. And I'm the only stranger there.
Mm-hmm.
So it got to the point where I couldn't take it anymore because he was not stepping up to the plate. I was working at the time.
Mm-hmm.
My son was being abused by him
Wow.
verbally, physically as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working like shift to shift, back to back shift, doing all of those stuff. And at the same time, I have to go home and be the woman at the house at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So it got to the point one day where I said to him, I am working and you are not working, and you're at home and you're not helping out with certain things. All I remember is that one side of my jaw went numb.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right. Before you move further, Nicole, we're gonna get right back on that point where he slapped you in your face. Um, Persons who are on, thank you so much for joining. We invite you to share the live, like the live, and if you're yet to subscribe, just hit the subscribe button and hit the post notification bell so you can see whenever we post videos and whenever we go live. So we ask that you share the live with someone. And if you're yet to subscribe, remember you're watching a video on the Helping Hands with Caring Hearts YouTube channel. So hit the subscribe button. You can go on Instagram, follow us at HHWCH underscore JA. On TikTok, Helping Hands with CH, and on Facebook, Helping Hands with Caring Hearts, JA. So we're live with Nicole, who is sharing her story. I mean, she is sharing, this is more than strength for a woman because she has gone through so much, losing her mom at age 5, didn't meet her dad. Eventually, she heard that he passed away. She has been from house to house, living, and she has been abused. You name the abuse, she can relate to it. And, she has just been going and going and going. She has had some really sad and bad experience. And from what I'm understanding from her story, it's a case where in her quest to seek help, then it's as though she's been further abused. So she mentioned the story of her child's father and, her son's father and the situation she went through and, living with a relative and, no bills were paid and all of everything that's going on. And then she was rescued from the situation by another gentleman, after which she got pregnant and he turned out to pretty much be, it could either be the
Hurting.
same or worse. So she was on the point where she was speaking to him about something that she's not satisfied with, and he slapped her in her face. She said she just felt her jaw felt numb. So that was the point you were on, Nicole. So continue. So after he slapped you in the face, then what?
Um, I couldn't do anything because I don't have the strength to fight a man.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had to sit there because I don't have any choice. It's not like I have somewhere to go. I'm working, yes, but the little that I'm getting is not like I could have left from there and go and parent because it wouldn't be enough. And then again, leaving from there, going to parent, having nobody to take care of the kids for me, it would have been rather hard. So I've been in that relationship for 5 years
Mm-hmm.
until I left last year. Last year, October, I came to a different community where I had to be paying rent. I was not working, but God saw me through, and I was doing the little I can, sending the kids to school, leaving myself basically hungry so that they can go to school and ensure that they get something to eat when they come back home. I met this person again. I know most persons might say, "Oh, um, why shouldn't I just try get up and go look something to do?" But as I said, I don't have any family member that I can call and to say, all right, then keep the kids on me. I will go and look at work and I'll pay you the amount that you want and stuff like that. But based on the journey where I am to get a job, probably like at a wholesale or stuff like that, it would only just turn out in bus fare and lunch money.
Mm-hmm.
So I was stuck there and then again. I met this person who I thought was the person who would come and probably change things. This person is I would say controlling, verbally abusive, mentally abusive. Because like when you meet someone and it's like they have situations going on and they're not the type of person who would sit down and try to pencil out their life regardless of what you have been through and still going through. It's
Right.
like they want to take it and dish out their problems to you for you to solve it. That's the type of person I have to deal with. And then again, I have nowhere else to go. Where I am, I have to be paying rent and
Mm.
stuff like that. So I was there in the relationship. I was it's not frustration is an understatement to what I am going through because it's like the person do certain things is a very manipulative person, I should say, where they do things and they turn on and they blame it on you, saying that you are the fault for the problem that was caused.
Wow.
Currently pregnant at 7 months,
Mm-hmm.
so that is it.
Okay, so pretty much that would have been the situation that is happening as it is right now. You know, it is very unfortunate that your background sound a little bit. I'm getting a feedback in your background, so let us just hang on for a quick minute and
Sure.
get a little. We just want to make sure that we're in the area where we're hearing everything clearly. So the truth is that for those persons who are viewing, for those persons who are listening, the truth is that sometimes we end up in situations and it's not situation that we would have wanted to put ourselves in. And as Nicole mentioned, somebody might be out there and watching and to say, oh, why you make this mistake so many times and all of that. It wasn't an intent to make a mistake. It's a situation where someone comes along and they promise to help. You need the help, you're vulnerable, and you
Right.
end up in this situation. So, what she just mentioned, she's now 7 months pregnant, and I could imagine in the current situation, she might be somewhat frustrated and all of that. But in my belief, actually, this baby turned out to be a blessing. I'm just waiting for a quick minute so that we can get the background settled down. So, in the meantime, for those persons who are watching, thanks again for watching this video thus far and for listening in for Nicole's story. If you get to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit also the post notification bell, which will notify you whenever we post something or whenever we go live, so that you can, always be a part of what's happening. If you're on TikTok, you don't have to just follow us on one medium. You can go on all the different social media platforms and you can follow on TikTok, Helping Hands with CH, on Instagram, HHWCH_JA, and on Facebook, Helping Hands with Caring Hearts, JA. You would have been viewing now via YouTube, which is Helping Hands with Caring Hearts. So thank you so much for those persons who've already subscribed. Thank you for being a part. And persons who are listening, just to let you know, Nicole will be sharing with us in short order what it is that she is asking you, our viewers, to assist her with. Um, she is actually, as I told you, it took a whole lot for her to get here. Her location is not very confidential, as even as we speak, but she's still trying to make it possible to have us wrap up the video. So we're just gonna ask Nicole just to state what it is that she's asking you, or kind donors or viewers, to assist her with, and then we'll have the video. If you notice, we're hearing even the dog barking in the background, but do hope that we can follow through and complete this session. Unless if it is that we have to be prematurely disconnected, then we're going to have to come back with a part two, but we're going to make an effort to wrap it up in one session. So um, you mentioned the story, you detailed the story as to what you're going through now, and with the person you're with, that's the person you are 7 months pregnant for, that's the person who is helping you out with the bills and everything now because you're not working, and it
Right.
has been a struggle for you. Let me first, Nicole, commend you on your strength. I know that, persons might be quick to judge. I will not judge you because I did some studies, not as much as I would love to, in psychology. And I know some of the things that can happen. And one of the things that I've learned about is what you're experiencing right now. The other thing that I learned about is physical abuse and how people stays in a situation of that nature. And persons will say, "Oh, you fooling, make you not just left." And it's easier said than done. I know. So I might not be a trained counselor to speak you through the situation that you're going through. But from where I sit, I can tell you that you're a strong person to have come this far and to be raising two children and soon to be three, you know, and it's a situation that you would have found yourself in, and it would have taken a lot out of you to ask for help, to be asking for help. So if there's someone who is viewing right now, or even someone who will view this video in the near future, as we will be sharing via the different platforms, and they wish to help you, what is it that you would be seeking assistance with? I will share with the viewers how they can assist you, but then what is it that you're asking for assistance with? What would you like to get done now?
To be honest, my greatest wish is to have somewhere for myself where I don't have to be living in somebody's house. I don't have to be living with someone who would abuse you in every way possible. That is one of my greatest wish.
Mhm.
To be honest, is to have somewhere for myself. I need a place to rest my head where I can be at peace. I can be comfortable. I don't have to be back and forth in argument with anyone.
Mhm.
Um, to be honest, food for the children. Not saying that I would like to sit down and just collect and stuff like that. I want to go and work as well, if you understand. But for the time being, I'm unable to work. So
Mhm.
those are the things that I would like to get help with.
So you would have
And
liked a little place to live for yourself. So let me
right,
ask you, would you be comfortable settling in the community where you're at presently? Or basically wherever you can get a place, if you can get maybe like a land to lease, and if someone can assist you in even
right,
making a board, even a board dwelling, or
right,
somewhere that you can call home. And for
right,
your
right.
and you asked if you could get some assistance with food for the kids, and you're
And
saying it's not an
clothing,
clothing.
anything else that you can assist with, I would greatly appreciate it.
Okay, so
No
you're
help
saying
is so great.
no help, or no help is too small. So you're
Right,
basically saying that if you can get some food, clothing, anything that persons can help with for the kids, if you can get donation of a sheet of ply, a couple zinc, a couple pieces of lard, two before nail,
right,
whatever it is that persons can give. And let me just share with you that if it is that you choose to assist Nicole in whatever way, all donations, I'll ask that you contact me so I can share with you how you can donate. So you can, if you're in Jamaica, you can send it to an account that we have here. If you're overseas, you can forward it to us via Zelle. We have an option where we can get cash app as well. We accept donations through MoneyGram, Western Union, you name it. So if it is that you have an interest in assisting her, what we will do is to coordinate the funds to make sure that the purpose of the funds is what it is used for. So if there's someone who said that, I want to donate towards her getting a place to live, that money will either go towards building material or the payment for the lease for a premises, because at this time we know we have to be practical. To purchase a lot, it might not be that easy. Not saying that someone might not see and say, this is what I want to donate, and we would welcome that. If someone want to purchase a piece of land for her, would welcome that donation. But outside of that, we're looking to see if we have to lease a plot of land, and then to get her to put up a board structure on it to make a comfortable place for her and for her two children right now and the one that is coming soon. I am certain that as soon as she has the baby, then she would be willing and interested in going to work. Once she can get someone to look after the kids for her, and the pay that she is getting is worth the while, because we want to be practical. Going out to work, sometimes it will be dependent on the job, because if it is that she's in this situation and she can get a work, $10,000 for the week. However, whenever she goes out there, the person who is keeping the kids asking for 5,000, and her taxi fare is 5,500, then any person that knows about money would have said that's not practical, because she's gonna need to find an additional $500 to get it done. So in that case, it would appear as though she's running away from the children. But
Yeah.
if she can get a job where she can, take care of the kids, pay to care for them, cover her fare and her lunch money, and maybe find a small amount back in her pocket at the end of the day, she would be willing. So it's not someone who is not willing to work. The likelihood is dependent on the community that she settles in. If there is a need for maybe a little grocery shop, she could have started out something like that, where she's working from home and she supply grocery, snacks and stuff in the community that she's at. That would help out also. And we're looking for solutions. So we want to help, each one can help one. But we're trying to help a sister to get her on her feet. And then the ask of her after now is to pay it forward. So once she sees herself in a position and she can assist someone, even if it is to pay for one subject for someone, who is struggling, then would invite her to do so. But at this point, she's really in a bad situation and is asking for your help. I don't want for persons to sit back and say, boy, it's a house she want. So me have to go find 100,000, or me have to go find 200,000. No. If you can find 50,000, if you can find 20, if you can find 10, you can find five, you can find even two or 1,000 or even $500. Guess what? It can assist. If you even say that you're coming with $100, it can assist. And a lot of times persons are embarrassed to give a small amount, to say, boy, me can't donate this. Me I wait until me get 10,000, me I wait till me get 20. Whatever you have and you can donate. For the persons overseas, don't wait until you have 500 US or 1,000 US or even 1,000 CI. From our viewers over there in England, don't wait for £1,000. For those in Canada, don't wait for £1,000 Canadian. Let us give what we have, because every dollar counts. So if you have $10, you have $20, we're willing to accept it. And then we will do whatever it is that we can do. Persons might be wondering, why is it that she don't call on the politician? As she mentioned, she's living in a new community. She's really not familiar with persons around there, because it's someone who invited to help her, invited her to the community. And a lot of times we know that, a call to a politician might be a call falling on deaf ear. So sometimes they do help. So I'm not gonna sit here and knock politicians, to say none of them are doing anything. That's not the case. But sometimes it's not very easy to get assistance from them, and sometimes it's a long wait. So we're asking persons, if you see that you're in a position where you can help, irrespective of how small, we're asking you to come on board. Nicole, let me use this opportunity to say thank you so much for coming out and sharing your story. I know that it was not easy. I watched you, tearing up throughout your presentation because it hurts. I heard you mention at one point that you've buried some of these memories, trying to get past them. But maybe it is a case where you need some help. You need, you know, Okay, someone is asking if we could repeat how to reach out. So I'm asking persons who wish to help Nicole just to reach out to me. You can reach me on WhatsApp or via straight call at 876 382 5526. That's 876 382 5526. So if you wish to help Nicole, you can send me a WhatsApp or you can give me a call. However, it is that you are willing to help, then I can guide you. If it is that you want to send cash, I can guide you as to how to send it. All right. So thank you so much for that question. So I know that it would have been, a very hard task, Nicole, for you to come out and just to share, these things that have happened to you. And you said that you buried it, but I do hope that we have someone who is trained in counseling who might be able to speak with Nicole, because she would
Miss
want someone to speak through it that's not judgmental, just to take her from there. Also, to point out to her that what she went through has nothing to do with her, because a lot of time the victims are victimized. A lot of times it's persons point fingers at the victims to make them feel like, oh, because you're bad, and oh, because you run left your grandmother, that's why you go to the lady house, and the husband, the wife will say you be with the husband, and the story can go on. People are quick to be judgmental, but that's not the story. And until you can put yourself in someone else's shoe, it is very important that you don't cast judgment. We all have a story. Maybe we have a different story from Nicole, but guess what? This is her story. And it took a lot of boldness to come out here today to share it with you. You could have seen the pain, what she was going through while she was, just trying to put it out there. But she confided in us, had confided in every person that will be watching this video, because this video might be going far and wide. Persons might be seeing it, and persons maybe knew Nicole from the past or maybe have met her before. Don't use her story to judge her, because it's the opportunity that she took to just share with us, what it is that she's going through. So, as we're about to wrap up, again, let me say thank you so much for sharing with us, Nicole. And again, for persons who are viewing, let me ask you, if you're yet to subscribe, it doesn't cost you anything to hit that subscribe button, hit the post notification bell. Come on board, be a part of the Helping Hands with Caring Hearts family. I mean, we have been, through the help of our donors, we've been able to help so many persons. So, in recent times, we've been visiting hospitals, we've been visiting shut ins. Not everything I would have brought on camera, because some of the situations you have to even uphold the person's dignity. So, some of them we don't do any photo, we just hand over the stuff, but we've been sharing. And I have persons who are calling me right now wanting to ship stuff to us, diapers and other stuff to assist persons who are aged and persons who are in need. I must say that I'm super grateful for my donors, both locally and overseas. I appreciate your help. I'm also looking forward to you coming on board to assist Nicole. She would have shared her story. We have other stories on the channel that we haven't received active responses to just yet, so we're asking that you go through. There are some that have been responded to, so if you see where there's an ask, just go through the channel to see if someone assisted with that, because we don't want to duplicate the responses. It was recently that we're using even the channel. Someone reached out to me regarding graphics, and I was able to refer our very own Ken Roy. You know, it's for a job. So basically, the individual will be looking into employing Ken Roy to their company for graphic designing. So it means that the channel is helping out in any way possible. We're going to be coming with another video also, which is basically to speak on immigration matters for persons who are going to the embassy, interested in getting a visa, which I mean, a whole lot of persons have an interest in that. For persons who are migrating, especially to the United States of America. So we're trying to help as best as possible. So we're pooling questions that we're getting from different persons who have had the experience, and then we want to share with persons. So whenever they are going there, they would have they would have been better prepared. So we're looking forward to that coming very soon. So we're asking you just to stay with us, continue to follow our channel, continue to watch our video, continue to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend about the Helping Hands with Caring Hands. Remember also we have the cake sale coming up for Alia's surgery. Remember that we have Joy Nettleford. She is from Clarendon, her situation regarding her house. So she hasn't gotten any help as yet. We have Mitzi from Manchester who is seeking help that's regarding her living situation. So all those videos are up on the channel. For Mitzi's situation, we had to kind of do a lot of editing to the video because the children were front and center, and we didn't want to have the children moving all up and around in the video. So we're asking persons just to see how best you can assist. I mean, if you send an amount and you want for it to be shared among different situations, we can also spread it. But at this time, this video today, it's with regards to Nicole. And you've heard her story, and however it is that you can help. So, Nicole, we're going to give you an assignment also to look around if you know of any land that is up for lease, and you can maybe check to see how much the cost per year. I know that
Sure.
they normally do per year lease, but they lease it for like 5 or 10 years. So I'm
Yeah.
certain that after maybe 5 years or 10 years, you should be in a position where you can
Where I
see
can
yourself.
help
So if
myself.
you have to move, then you will be able to move. So I ask you to look around to see if you can, locate that lot. And once it is that you get information on it, you can share it with us, because persons will be calling in to ask. Persons
Sure.
will be sending texts. What we'll tell you though, Nicole, once we get the assistance for you, when it's been delivered, we're gonna do so via live video. So if it
Sure.
is a lot to lease, once we get money, we pay, we show the receipt, and then if it is that we're building a board structure, we will do the progress as to how it's going, and then we will show the full house and show, the place being handed over to you and all of that. We try to be transparent to keep our viewers up to date and to let them see what their money is doing.
Right.
So, again, as we're about to close the live, any person who can assist Nicole in any way possible, be it building material, food for the children, clothing for the children, any form of help, even if it's a job offer after she has her baby. Once it is that she can see her way, she would be willing to work. I'm inviting you, please, to come on board and to help out in any way possible. Remember, like our videos, share our videos, donate to the cause, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, or follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, and on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us as we're about to end the live. Once again, thank you so much, Nicole, for sharing your story with us. I remind you just to be strong, and I believe that God will see you through. You mentioned that He kept you for a purpose when you attempted suicide. So that simply means that, there is purpose for your life.
Yeah.
So just stay strong and just keep
Thank you.
trusting God because He will send help. All right.
Thank you.
So much for sharing with us. Thank you to those persons who, been on with us for the entire video, and for those persons who will be watching at a later date. We appreciate you viewing, we appreciate you subscribing, we appreciate you liking and even sharing the video. So thanks again and do enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you. Thank
Nicole.
you.
We'll connect.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye.